Welcome back to DONSLIFE. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining today. Today I'm going to demonstrate installation with ScreenProTech's protective film. I've used it on a lot of different vehicles. I've used it on my 2021 GMC Sierra AT4 on its screens and its pillars on the side of the windows, just to protect those from all those swirl marks that you accumulate from the car wash. Now they're protected, then that doesn't happen. I've used it on the screens in our 2022 Cadillac Escalade Sport Platinum, and now I'm going to use it in this 2023 Corvette C8 Stingray. Let's go. So today ScreenProTech has sent over everything we need to get started on the Corvette Stingray. So inside here is the HD film, which is a clear film which will be pretty much invisible once we apply it. It will take a couple days till it fully cures, and then we won't even know what's there, except we'll know that our screens are protected. Now if you've got some fine scratches, maybe your screen's a little bit older, these films can actually help hide those scratches or reduce them. So it's a pretty cool product. They also have an anti-glare version of the film, which is just going to reduce the amount of glare that you would see. It's almost like a satin or a matte finish. This though is the HD version of the film, so it's again going to just be clear and pretty much invisible after we put it on. So once you decide on the film that you want, they'll ship you a container similar to this one here. It'll have a QR code to take you to application instructions. I'm going to do that in this video, so you may not need to go consult those instructions, but that's where it will take you. Inside the canisters, you'll get a bottle. The bottle may be a larger version, or this one here, because it's a smaller kit, is the smaller bottle. All you have to do is add some warm water to this because it already has the soap solution that you need in there. We're going to fill this with warm water about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way up. We'll use this for cleaning and applying. Also in here, you have the cleaning rag and a squeegee that's going to help us through the whole process. So let's get started. So I'm just going to get organized here. I've already filled this up with our warm water, so that's ready to go. Now you can get a double pack of film should you choose. That's what I have here, just in case I make a mistake. I don't think I'm going to, but I'm going to set one aside for us to use up there. And I'm going to put this one back in the container in case we ever need to replace it for some reason. We got a spare. Okay, first things first, and I've been saving this for today. Got to take off the old one. This is the original protective film because the car is that new. So this part's optional, but I have an extra towel here that I always keep in the car anyway. I'm just gonna lay it underneath here because I know some people get nervous about getting their interior a little bit too wet. So if we get any drips, it'll just land on that. So first thing we're gonna do is clean our screen. Just mist it on there and give it some nice wipes. Make sure we're getting all the dust off that could be there. Then we're going to mist it again. This time we're going to use the squeegee and we're gonna push any dust that could be on there off the edge so it's nowhere on the screen to contaminate things. Don't forget around the start button here, because this kit goes all the way around. I'm just going to wet my fingers here because I do got to peel the film back a little and I don't want to get any oils or greases from my greasy fingers on this film. So we're just going to mist the back of this. And we're going to mist the working area again. And then we're going to place the film. We want to make sure it's all nice and lined up first. Really pay attention to your corners. And I think that's pretty good there. I'm going to put a little bit of spray on top just to help the squeegee glide. I think that looks pretty good. And then we're going to work all of the bubbles out. It's important that you get around all of the edges and push all of the air and the moisture out the sides. It's a little more finicky around the start stop button, but the same principles apply. Push it out the edges. Just double checking everything. Can be a little bit hard to see. So what you can do is you can wipe up the moisture with the rag, just so you can see better if the film is laid down where you need it to. Looks like we're okay. Let's give it another wipe. Get this corner a little bit so you can see the moisture in here. I'll bring the flashlight up closer. See the moisture in the corner? We just want to push that out. Just like that. And that little bit of fogginess there, that'll evaporate and that'll be gone either tonight or the next couple days. Go over it one more time, just because it's so much fun. Just wipe her down. Now I'm hanging this flashlight here for your benefit so you can see, but we're going to attempt to do the instrument cluster, so same process. I'm going to clean it. Should be pretty clean, we just had the original protective film still on it. And what you can do, you can fold your squeegee in the rag and you can use it to get in the corners. Spray it again. We can pick up some of that water. Now this is a precision cut piece of film. So it's going to probably fit this perfectly, so we want to make sure our alignment is just right. Otherwise, it could end up tucking under or in the top, and then we'll get a gap somewhere. So we want to make sure it's perfectly centered, and then we'll start to work the moisture and bubbles out. Now I just noticed something. I noticed a little piece of dust put itself on here, so we're going to use the squeegee to clean that off. So what you can do, you can flood that area. You can work that dust off of there. And then you can get it ready again. You should be okay. So this does tuck a little bit by design. You want to get that first. Okay. All right, the film's applied. Now it's just a waiting game. It's going to be a few days for it to fully cure, and then all the moisture and the micro bubbles, those should evaporate or dissipate, and then they'll be gone, and we'll have HD clarity with these screens. Now, in some of the corners, you may need to take your squeegee, wrap it in your towel, and push with the rag, and it'll sop up some of the moisture on the corners, which is what I had to do in this bottom left corner. I just had to do a few passes that way, and I was able to get some of the excess moisture out of that corner. So I'm going to insert some footage from 3 days from now so you can see what it looks like. But if you want to see what it looks like right now, well, it's not fully cured. Let's do that. So I'll just close the door here. And then you should see our little animation. So everything looks really nice like that. I don't see any bubbles or anything. Just turn on The accessories here. Everything looks nice and clear. Okay, so I'll show you that footage now, 3 days from now, and then we'll come back to me to wrap up this video. So big thanks to ScreenProTech for sending this kit over for the C8 Corvette. I'm really happy now that we're protected from getting scratches on these screens, so that's a big plus. If you want to go check out ScreenProTech's website, see what products they have, you can also use the promo code DONSLIFE and save yourself 5%. But if you like today's video, please hit that like button, please consider subscribing, and we'll talk to you next time.